Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, bringing you an update on my Necrons. As you know, or maybe you don't know, I have issued myself a challenge to paint up a 2,000 point, assemble and paint a 2,000 point Necron army in 30 days. Today is Thursday, November 10th, which means today is day 6, and I am happy to report that I have currently painted 900 points of Necrons. Some of them still need to be based, most of them still need to be based, but that won't take me more than half an hour to 45 minutes to get them all done. I plan on basing them today. I want to show you what I've done so far. Now, before I show them to you, I need to make a disclaimer. I am not a masterclass painter. Heck, I'm not even what I'd classify as a good painter. I think that they look okay. I think they're good tabletop standard. So as you go critiquing, just remember that, just remember what I said. Anyway, and also the video probably won't show you all the details anyway. I was thinking of taking pictures, but I just don't have time because I've got to get to painting more. I have some vehicles to assemble, so you'll have to put up with the low resolution quality of this video instead. So let's take a look at them. So here is what I have painted so far. It's 900 points. Now these guys in the back over there, those are 5 Lich Guard and a Lord. They are not painted, they're just base coated. And the Lord has his black wash over him. So what do we have? We've got a Overlord with a Resurrection Orb, so he's at least 120 points. If you don't give him any other upgrades. And so I've actually gone for my blue color scheme, and I've even painted on like lightning on the rods, and a bit of a pattern on his shoulder pads, and lightning on the orb, as well as some of his armor as well. Other than that, he has lots of gold on him. I did some heavy black washing, like 2 heavy black washes on his cloak to get it nice and dark and lots of shading. That's the look I wanted to go for. And still have to base him, of course. Then we have 24 Necron Warriors. And so I have them all together. They're partly based. I still have to put the grass on them. And these are painted with a blue color scheme. So, come on, focus. There we go. So the little piping is blue, and I use the blue rods that you can get at MiniWarGaming.com's store. And other than that, though, they're very straightforward. They got their crest on their chest is blue, their gun has blue parts on it, and their eyes are actually blue. You might not be able to see that in this video. And then the rods are blue. I purposely left them very simple because I wanted them to basically look simple compared to the rest of the army. Because then if you look at the Immortals that I have painted, there's a lot more contrast with them. For example, I did a black shoulder pad. Now everything that's black on here is not actually black. It is a dark plate mail. I mixed black with some plate mail color of Reaper paints. And so when you actually, in real life, when you look at them, they don't look unpainted, they just look black. Or they look, I don't know, like a dark metal kind of color. And then I did a lot of detailing on their guns. There's like 3 or 4 different layers. My blending could have done better, but I'm pretty happy with it. I think it'll look good on the table. And I gave them more gold. Gold on their head. There's a stripe of gold going around their head, and gold in other areas as well. And that way when you look at them compared to the Warriors, they do look more elite, even though they're just still troop choices as well. The fluff is basically that all the regular people who weren't Warriors got turned into Necron Warriors, and those who are already soldiers got turned into Immortals. So these are the real fighting power of the Necron force. These guys are just fodder, if you can have that. And of course there was the Scarab Swarm bases that came with the Necron Warriors. So I put those together. That's 90 points right there. They're 15 points a base. And lastly, my favorite are the death marks. I've only got 5 so far. I plan on adding 5 more to the army. In fact, I actually want to add more than 5 more to the army by the end, but we'll see. I'd love to have 2 large groups of death marks. In fact, it'd be kind of a cool army composition to have 3 good groups of death marks, because then what they have is when they're deployed, you choose a non-vehicle unit on the board, even one that's in a vehicle, and it becomes their prey. And any death marks that fire or hit them in close combat wound them on 2+. Now they have sniper weapons, so they normally wound on 4+. But if you bring 3 groups of death marks, that means that there'd be 3 prey on the board. All the death marks would be able to wound them on 2+. So that would actually be very effective against things like monstrous creatures or very powerful characters. So that's what I would use these guys for, as assassins against that. Not really choosing them against hordes, because they just don't have enough shots to take down hordes, because they're only rapid fire weapons. If you had a larger group, that would be better, but they're 19 points apiece, so you're not going to get a larger group. And then, like I said, we got the 5 Lich Guard with their forgot the word already. The big blades that they have that give them +2 strength. The war scythes, that's what it is. It gives them +2 strength and 2d6 armor penetration, and it ignores armor as well. And there's that Necron Lord with Resurrection Orb. I put them together because they look cool. That's 200 points just for those 5 guys, and they take up an elite slot. And I want to get a Catan as well. So it'll be a legal 2,000 point army when I add all the death marks because I can put them all in one squad. But you probably won't see me use a Lich Guard very often, except for when I bring, I'm thinking of getting that one immortal guy or infinite guy, who when he dies has a chance of coming back and replacing one of his Lich Guard or the Overlords. So that's where I'm at. 6 days, I've assembled 1,100 points and painted 900. I'm going to base them all today, so they'll be officially done. And then today I plan on, I have a couple choices. I want to add 10 more Immortals, 5 more Death Marks, but I'm not sure what order I'm going to do that. I also want to add 2 Ghost Arcs to the game, or to this as well, but I have to kind of decide what I'm going to paint up next. So that's a little update for you. Now, I'm going to be doing more videos. I'm thinking of doing more live vlogs as well. If you want to be notified whenever we're going to do a live vlog, go to miniwargaming.com/TV, and you can click the subscribe button there, and then you get emailed whenever we start one. They're not usually scheduled. It's just whenever we feel like doing one. So I might do one. I might try to do 2 or 3 of them a week while I'm painting up all these Necrons. Next week I have 3 battle reports planned, so I'm going to get very busy then. That's why I'm trying to get as much done as I can this week. 2 of those battle reports are with my Necrons, 1,000 points. So I really need 1,000 points painted up by Monday. And I don't want to bring in the 24 warriors. I want to bring more Immortals. Unless I have Ghost Arcs, in which case the warriors will be more survivable. So that's where I'm at right now. Leave a comment below what you think, and be kind. Remember, I'm not a golden demon level painter. I'm just trying to get these painted up so they look good on the table and so I can get them done in time. So I'm not going to spend too much time detailing them. Although I am actually enjoying painting them, which surprises me because I don't normally enjoy painting so much so quickly. But there's something about having all these videos made and having you guys commenting and watching these videos that's really helping to motivate me along as well. So thank you very much for your support there. So make sure you subscribe and like this video, and especially that you comment below what you'd like to see in the upcoming videos about the Necrons. This is Matthew from MiniWarGaming. Happy wargaming.